Hi, this is David Pearl from Street Wisdom, speaking to you from my elegantly furnished, exquisitely tidied house in London. A lot of you seem to be enjoying the tune-ups that we provided to do at home. Street Wisdom comes home, we're calling it. Here's some more. Here's some more things you can play with. Street Wisdom, as you remember, is a way of getting the fresh answers to the questions on your mind. And as the name suggests, we normally conduct Street Wisdom workshops out there, in the street, out there. But right now, we're focusing on techniques that you can use and get the same effect, get fresh answers to the questions on your mind without leaving your home. I'm calling them mini quests. Quests because, as in Street Wisdom, they're about answering questions, and also they involve moving around like a mythical quest. And mini because they don't need much space and they don't need much time. I'm guessing we've all got questions, particularly now. And the tendency is to either phone a friend for answers or go on the internet. Siri and I have a particularly intimate relationship at the moment. But these quests are designed for you to find the answers that you need for yourself, by yourself. And using not the internet, but the surroundings, the surrounding world, the universe that's around us, which I think you'll find is full of answers. We just don't normally see them because we're hurrying past, or in a way they're so familiar, they're hidden in plain sight, and we just don't think them worthy of note. So that's really what these mini quests are designed to do. What you'll need is two things really. You'll need a question, and we can give you some ideas about that. And you'll need to tune up your senses. That's to say, broaden out your awareness so that you're picking up more from these surroundings than you would normally. And to do that, you'll find the film that I've done previously really helpful. Okay, let's get on with it. Hey, this is David, and welcome back to Street Wisdom Comes Home, which, as you know, is all about finding the inspiration we're used to seeking out in the street and finding it here, in our own homes, our flats, wherever it is we're living. Today, I want to do that using words. Now, out in the street, very often we get people to be sensitive to phrases that they might be seeing, maybe shop signs or street signs, or an advert goes past on a bus, and it seems to have special meaning to you. This is a very old tradition to this. The Greeks used to talk about klidons, which were ways that the gods would talk to you, not directly, but sort of inadvertently through overheard snatches of conversation or messages on walls and so on and so forth. So we're tapping into that, a very old tradition of divination, but we're going to do it using words, not, I have to say, the words that you're most likely to be seeing on your laptop here, which is endless emails and Zoom calls, but instead we're going to look for the wisdom that might be lurking in the books that you own. And so for this exercise, I brought you here to the Pearl music room, library and bike store. In this exercise, we are going to treat bookshelves as a kind of literary version of the street, and we're going to go for a little wander and let books give us the answers to the questions on our mind. So here we are. There's my bookshelves, as you can see, colour-coded. I am colourblind, so that's perfectly colour-coded for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to think of a question that I'd like a fresh answer to. So the one I've had in my mind for about 24 hours is, what would I not give up once this situation that many of us are experiencing has ended? And what would I like to, when we come out of emergency, what do I want to emerge with? What would I not want to change? What would I not want to go back to? So I've got some ideas, but I'm hoping that this exercise, Know Thyself, I think it's funny, okay, will help us. Okay, I'll show you how you do it. So standing near the books, first you need to tune up your senses. Now I've done films about how to do that, but essentially what you're doing is you're being drawn to what attracts you, even in a small way. You're looking around and being drawn to what attracts you, noticing what your body's drawn to and what your brain isn't attracted to. That's great. And then you slow right down, and that's about slowing your movements and your breathing, your blinking, moving of your head. And then finally you're seeing the beauty in everything. You're just appreciating this moment. And with that in mind, bring the question to mind. In my case, it's what do I not want to let go of? And take a look at the books in front of you. Just as you would on the street, allow yourself to be drawn to what attracts you. Just take a look at these books. You'd be surprised. Some of these I haven't seen since I stole them from the school library, to be perfectly honest. But they were all put there by me or someone else in the family at some point. And now I'm reaching out my hand and allowing that hand to be sensitive, not really thinking like I would in a library, but feeling. So I'm feeling, what would I not want to give up? What would I not want to? What would I not want to give up? As I ask that question, So I'm going to pull this one out. This one's already sort of pulled out. First thing is take a look at it and just both the words. This is Gabriel Garcia Marquez, the general in his labyrinth. So there's the words, there's also the picture, which is a moon through palm trees. Now, I'll be honest, I have no idea at this moment what this one means to me. But that's good. I'm going to put that to one side. I've kept that one. And just for richness, I'm going to go... I know what's in that one. I think I'll leave that one. I'm just going to allow another couple. I'm just picking them. I'm just almost like picking cards, like you might, those of you who know tarot, you might just pick a card, and then I've got this one. Lovely. Okay, so I've got 3. I'm going to take them over to the table. So this is the book that I chose, or that my hand chose. As I say, General in his Labyrinth. And what do I get from that? My question was, what do I want to keep after this strange period we're living through? The General is in his Labyrinth. I love this word labyrinth, which is a place, of course, that's about where you get lost. So for me, that's kind of saying don't lose the sense of feeling lost. I'm not sure if I'm a general, but maybe there's a sense in which there's power in that. There's power to be in a place where you're lost. That's what that just told me. But again, you might want to go a little bit deeper. And so if you remember, I didn't just get 1 book, I got 3. So let me show you what you can do next. So this is the second book I picked up. It's called Longitude, a true story of the lone genius who solved the greatest scientific problem of his time. Well, there's obviously a message for us there somewhere. But if you pick this book and you want to go further than the cover and the words on the cover, think of 3 numbers. In my case, I'm going to think 46, 7, 3. 46, 7, 3. And 46 is the page. I'm assuming there's a message hidden here somewhere from me. So 46, go to page 46. This is being filmed, by the way, by my daughter Elsa. Say hello, Elsa.
Hi.
46, 17, did I say? 46, 17, 3. So 46, and maybe it wasn't 17, but let's assume it was. 1, 2. So page 46, line 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And the third word is Lucasian. Newton as Lucasian Professor of Mathematics at Cambridge. Now, I have no idea what Lucasian means. I did study at Cambridge and definitely didn't study maths. But maybe there is, there's juice for me there in terms of what I need to hold on to. Newton, gravity. Maybe there's a new basic law of the universe that I need to hold on to while I'm here. And now let me show you a third thing that you can do with your books. So some of you may well have tried tarot. You've gone to Tarot Reader or you've done it for yourself, and others might have tried the I Ching. It's another device. These are both, I write about them in the book, wonderful, and they're both basically under the sort of the title of divination, which is can be a really helpful creative technique as well to get answers to questions. So I want to show you how you can use those 3 books you chose to do some homemade tarot. So I call this Tabletop Tarot. And what you do is you take your 3, that by the way, that suppressed snort was my daughter hating another one of my dad jokes. But there we are. So there we are. Tabletop Tarot. Take the 3 books, organise them any way you like. And then what you can do is you can give them different significances. For example, you could say there's an answer for me about the past, an answer for me about the present, an answer for me about the future in this book. And you can open them and you can just let your finger again point without, just feel the question and go there, life, end of his life, towards the end of his life. Okay, for me that means don't assume you've got endless amount of time. Or that was a guy, if this is about the past, this is a guy, the way I was then has come to the end of its life, for example. And you can see, you could open this one, which is a piece of Shakespeare, I think, and he goes, "O day, untowardly turned." That's about today. So it's a day untowardly turned means everything's gone upside down. And the future, something about the future, boof, the rake's progress. Well, or maybe actually it was the elevated the whole subject of finding longitude from the status of a joke to the highest level of combined art and science. This is a sentence all about navigation. So maybe let go of what was in the past. Today's a very untoward day, and it's all about navigation in the future. Okay, so let's try it a different way. We go like this, very good. And let's say this is about the situation, this is about an obstacle, and this is about the solution. So tell me at longitude something about the situation. I open, I feel, all the time I'm feeling I want the answer to this question. And again, I scan with my hands and just let my hand fall where it falls. The user didn't have to master math or astronomy to gain experience. You didn't have to master math or astrology to gain experience. Okay, so the situation is an experience, it's telling us. Okay, what is the obstacle to having that experience? Yeah? What's the situation? The obstacle that can get in the way of having a great experience could be, oh gosh, he dreamed of in Colombia, or the absolute powers he assumed after the Acharnia Convention. No! These reasons and many others like them had not caused the terrible animosity. Okay, so what I take from that is reasoning and over-rationalizing causes your brain to go, no, I'm not going to have the experience. And what is the solution? Let's see what our friend William Shakespeare has to say. I open a book, I feel, I do not worry, I rest into it, and I put my finger here. I think he holds you well, and in dearness of heart hath holp to effect your ensuing marriage. Okay, so what that just says to me is, don't think, go to your heart. So I think you can see how you can make tabletop tarot work for you. And find new answers to the questions in your mind without leaving your home. Enjoy and stay well.